The MotoGP world was rocked by shocking news that affected Ducati when Aprilia's boss issued a stern warning about a dangerous attack on Marc Márquez following the Buriram test. The situation immediately sparked speculation throughout the paddock and raised new tensions amid the fierce competition between the top teams ahead of an increasingly competitive racing season. Could this be the start of a new rivalry that will shake up the top riders' dominance this season? Let's discuss. The 2026 MotoGP pre-season test at the Chang International Circuit delivered a major surprise that shook the paddock immediately. Two Aprilia riders outperformed the reigning world champion, Marc Márquez, drastically changing the competitive landscape of the new season before the opening round. During 2 days of intense testing in the typically hot Thai weather, all teams maximised their time testing the latest aerodynamic packages, long race simulations, and time attacks. The main highlight, however, was Aprilia Racing's extraordinary surge in performance. Italian rider Marco Bezzecchi impressed by setting the fastest time in the final session. He had demonstrated a solid and consistent rhythm throughout every run since the morning session. When track temperatures rose, conditions that typically make it difficult for riders to maintain rear tyre grip, Bezzecchi improved his performance. He appeared very comfortable maximising the bike's potential when the track conditions were at their most challenging. Bezzecchi's lead was substantial. The time difference was significant enough to put him at the top of the overall combined time list, confirming that his record was no fluke. He set competitive times in both long-run simulations and time attacks, demonstrating the bike's improved balance and performance. These results strongly indicated that the latest generation of the Aprilia RSGP had undergone significant improvements, particularly in terms of corner exit acceleration and stability during hard braking. The bike appeared more composed when entering fast corners and maintained traction when exiting slow corners, two areas that had previously presented challenges for Aprilia. Aprilia management was also said to be increasingly optimistic about this development. Bezzecchi's performance was seen as clear evidence that Aprilia's development project was on the right track, beginning to consistently challenge the top manufacturers. With growing confidence and solid technical support, Bezzecchi is poised to challenge Ducati's dominance this season and open the door to a fiercer title fight. The Noale manufacturer's dominance was further enhanced by the solid performance of Ogura of the Aprilia Trackhouse team. The young Japanese rider displayed confidence from the start of the session and maintained a competitive pace throughout each run. He finished just a fraction of a second behind Bezzecchi, securing Aprilia's top 2 positions and emphasising the superiority of the RSGP in this session. Ogura demonstrated his ability to rapidly adapt to the aggressive yet stable braking and fast cornering characteristics of the RSGP. Despite being new to the Premier class, Ogura appeared increasingly attuned to the bike and his team. In long-distance simulations, Ogura maintained a consistent pace without a significant drop in performance during the final laps. This suggests that Aprilia's strength lies not only in a single fast lap, but also in consistent performance throughout the race. With a combination of pure speed and consistency, Aprilia is now a real threat to its rivals in the fight for the podium this season. After witnessing his team's impressive performance in pre-season testing at the Chang International Circuit, the Aprilia racing boss delivered a defiant statement. "We have great respect for Marc Márquez and what he has achieved in MotoGP, but the result in Buriram proved one thing. Aprilia is now at a level where we can fight him head-to-head." He emphasised that the improved performance of the RSGP was no fluke, but rather the result of hard work throughout the winter. Bezzecchi and Ogura demonstrated that our bike is fast in a single lap and strong in race simulations. If Marquez wants to win this season, he has to beat us on the track rather than relying on his big name. He also said that Ducati's dominance is not unshakable. Everyone talks about Ducati and Marquez. Now it's time for them to start talking about Aprilia. "We're not here just to fill a spot on the grid. We're here to win." This statement signals that Aprilia is ready to start psychological warfare at the beginning of the season. The challenge has been issued. Now, We just have to wait for Marc Márquez's response when the race officially begins. Meanwhile, Marquez, now riding for the Ducati Lenovo team, had to settle for third place. He led in the early sessions, but failed to improve his time during the final time attack. This test wasn't smooth sailing for Marquez either. He had several minor incidents that disrupted his rhythm. Compounding this issue was the fact that his physical condition was not yet optimal when pushing to the max. Nevertheless, the time difference he achieved remained within a competitive range. Ducati remains a major threat in the title race this season. Ducati's strength doesn't depend solely on Marquez. Francesco Bagnaia focused on long race simulations to test tyre durability, fuel efficiency, and consistent performance across various track conditions. This approach demonstrates Ducati's commitment to ensuring the bike remains competitive throughout a real race, not just in a single fast lap. Performance stability is a top priority, especially given the fierce competition in the upcoming season. Meanwhile, Alex Marquez stole the show on the first day of testing, surprising many with his impressive time. Gresini racing boss Nadia Padovani admitted to being surprised by Alex's speed, which outperformed that of his brother in the early sessions. Alex's performance emphasized his improvement and demonstrated that the Ducati motorcycle package can provide high competitiveness for riders with different styles. Ducati motorcycles remain the benchmark for performance on the current MotoGP grid. The Italian manufacturer's main strengths are superior acceleration, cornering stability, and adaptability to various rider characteristics. However, some observers believe that the latest Desmosedici GP26 still needs refinement to suit Marquez's aggressive style and maximize its potential on every track. Nevertheless, Ducati's expertise in data analysis, rider needs, and rapid technical adjustments makes them a strong favourite to win the title. With Bagnaia's consistency, Alex Marquez's improved performance, and continued motorcycle development, Ducati has a solid foundation on which to build their dominance in the coming season. Off the track, Marc Márquez's future is once again the subject of speculation. Honda is reportedly open to the idea of a reunion before the new 2027 regulations take effect. Due to major changes in engine technology, all manufacturers will start from a relatively even playing field. For Ducati, retaining Marquez is clearly a priority. However, for Honda, bringing back a long-time icon could accelerate their comeback. Marquez's decision is believed to be based not only on contract terms, but also on the vision for the long-term project and the opportunity to win additional titles. The Buriram test results do not guarantee the outcome of the race. Strategy, tyre management, and weather will all be key factors once the starting lights come on. Is Aprilia's boss's warning to Marquez a serious threat? Let us know your thoughts below.